Hi, hello, how are you all? I hope you all are doing well, right? As you know that my name is Shubham Misa. I am your physics guide, what you can say, or physics mentor, or you are just a friend who is trying to help you a lot in physics, right? See, beta, I have just started this lecture series for you all only, and today is our third lecture of electromagnetic induction. In the first lecture, what we did, beta, we did the basics and magnetic flux. In second lecture, we covered Lenz law, and today is our third lecture. In our third lecture, what we will do? We are going to cover the Faraday's law. Okay. But before to it, I would request you the same thing again, beta. While watching any lecture, please don't try to make the notes. Otherwise, especially in physics, you are going to skip the concept. And whenever you are watching any lecture, I'm not saying that that's mine, just mine only. If you are watching any lecture, beta, always try to keep it in your mind that you will have to concentrate over the words, whatever someone is saying. Okay. That is the same thing what you will have to do while watching the lecture. Only then you can utilize 100% any lecture. Okay, beta. So now without delaying it, let's start our lecture and we'll go with the first one numerical of Lenz law. Okay, here it is in front of you all guys. Listen, we have a numerical given of Lenz law. What it is given, better understand it. It is given that we have a magnetic field which is perpendicularly inside the plane of the paper. Okay, magnetic field perpendicularly inside the plane of the paper. Okay, this is magnetic field perpendicular inside the plane of the paper. Now what it is saying that we have, but yeah, what happening? Is red color. We have a circuit. What circuit is there inside this magnetic field only? We have a circuit like this, connected a capacitance. Capacitor is connected. It is not battery. It is capacitor. Understand this. So what is it is asking to us here? Understand it. It is asking with us here that see, they are asking with us that what will happen here. It is A plate. It is B plate. What charge is going to be on A plate and what charge is going to be on B plate? It is asking with us this. Okay. And what condition is given here that initially they are neutral. Initially both the plates are neutral, and now when magnetic field value is increased, this value B is increased here, then we all know that what will happen? The magnetic flux link with this loop, which is basically a circuit, now is going to be changed. So EMF will be induced, and if EMF will be induced, then what? Current will be induced. And as per Lenz law, you all know that it is going to oppose the change in magnetic flux. So we have already studied it yesterday in our four cases. If you can remember, the very first case out of those four cases was only that if a magnetic field is perpendicularly inside the plane of the paper uniformly throughout the area, and what it is increasing with time, if any coil is placed inside it, then what will happen? The current induced on that particular coil will be in anti-clockwise direction. It means here the current induced will be anti-clockwise direction. What does it mean? Understand? This is the current induced I. This current induced I. But if current induced is in this direction, it means what? Here charge stored will be minus Q and here charge stored will be plus Q. Because why? Because now current is going this side. So it will store the charge here on this plus Q, and from here it is going away, so it will store the charge minus Q here. Please don't treat it as like a battery, that it is a battery, so from where the current will come, that will treat it as positive and another will treat it as negative. No, it is not the battery, it is capacitor. Your charge is going to store. You got it right? So if still you have any doubt, beta, you can text me here. I hope you got this question right. So move on to the next slide and we will go with the Faraday's law. See what basics of Faraday's law, what he wanted to tell first thing. Basically, this law is based on conservation of energy, first thing which you'll have to remember, very important point, beta. And second thing is that about his law was that it was giving the but it was giving that the amount of magnetic flux, or we can say the rate of change of magnetic flux is directly proportional to the induced EMF. Or we can also see in other word that whenever there will be change in magnetic flux through any coil, we all know that EMF will be induced. But the amount of induced EMF was given by him. And how he gave, he said that the amount of induced EMF will be directly proportional to the change in the magnetic rate of change of magnetic flux. Hope you got this. But he said that the amount of EMF induced or the EMF induced is directly proportional to the rate of change of magnetic flux. It was the Faraday, the very first and very important thing that we should keep it in our mind. What he gave, I already told you yesterday, he gave the idea how to calculate the value of induced EMF. Okay, and hence induced current also. So it was the important thing what he gave. Here it is also written based on the law of conservation of energy, gives the magnitude of induced EMF and hence induced current. Exactly. Actually, there are two cases, understand it. As per him, what he said, the EMF induced will be given by minus of d phi by dt. This is for at any instant. But he said, at any instant, I'm just repeating it. For particular instant, this formula is valid. Instant, I think you can understand the meaning of instant. It is instantaneous formula. Okay, it is for any instant. But he said for any instant, the EMF induced at any instant will be given by minus of d phi by dt, where phi is what you all know, magnetic flux. Okay, and dt is already know that it's time rate of change of time basically. So it is basically overall is what, rate of change of magnetic flux, right? And we all know that what, that phi is equal to nothing but it is what, ba cos theta. So here if you will put the value of phi ba cos theta, what we will get, minus of dba, sorry, cos theta upon dt, right? Minus of dpa cos theta upon dt. Now whenever we will solve this question, na beta, we'll have to keep it in mind that in the question whether b is constant or a is constant or theta what given, that we'll have to keep in our mind. For example, see, sometimes question can be asked from here that what can be case that the area is decreasing or area is increasing. Now in this case what you will have to keep it in mind that we'll have to keep b outside. We have to keep b, any magnetic field outside here, b outside, and inside will be dA by dt. And cos theta already will be given, the theta is this value, so you can keep cos theta already outside because it is a constant value. In some cases question can be asked that, yeah, there is a circular loop, right? And it is placed in a magnetic field, and magnetic field is changing with this rate. Now what changing, magnetic field is changing. So now here what you will have to keep it in mind that we will have to keep area outside, area cos theta, and inside will be what, dB by dt. Hope you got this. Minus will be there already, right? So whatever value is changing, that you will have to keep in dB by d, in d, inside d, rate of change, because it is changing now something. And if something value is constant, then what we'll have to do, we'll have to keep that outside as you have kept here. Sometimes there might be any question, it is very rare at your level that both b and a will be changing. Both b and a will be changing. That will be very rare in your case. That for that particular case, you will not have to worry. So this is the thing which I wanted to tell you, for that for any instant that is the case. The second case is that for this EMF only, average value. For example, if instead of asking that if particular instant what is the change in magnetic flux, it can ask that from 0 to 2 second what is the changing. So what is the total change in induced EMF? So here what we will get, here we will not get at any instant value. Here what we will get better, here we will get the value of average value for a region value. Understand this. Instant means for a particular instant only. That is the induced EMF. What we just right now got in the first, in the just above slide, right? And average means for a particular range of time. When it will ask for a particular range of time, then you will have to apply this formula. What? EMF average is nothing but what? Delta phi upon delta t. Delta phi means delta t. This is delta phi means what? Phi final minus phi initial, and upon delta t you already know, change in time, right? That time will be given to you. So this is EMF average case. Got it? And if in any case it is asking for induced current, then you already know that what? Current is nothing but what? EMF or one resistance. So you will have to keep this here also. If it is asking induced current, then I is equal to what? E by R. E means here EMF. Right? Sometime here it can ask with you what? The charge flow. What I is equal to what? Q by T. So here we can replace I as Q by T. So Q by T will be what? Equal to EMF upon R. Hope you got this point, right? No issue with this line. This is the concept which I wanted to tell you. So for more clarification, let's say solve one numerical, then we will understand it in very better way. See here what is given. The first question is what? A coil having an area of 1 meter square. Area is given with what? 1 meter square. Is placed in a magnetic field which changes from 1 Tesla to 4 Tesla in 2 seconds. Here range is given in 2 seconds. It is not saying that for a particular instant. Understand the same thing. In 2 seconds means for a total range, it is asking whole value from 0 to 2 seconds. Total 2 seconds is taken time. So delta T is here given to us 2. Understand it. What we given? 2 seconds. Induced EMF in the coil will be. It is asking for a range, not for a particular instant. It is not saying that at exact 2 seconds this happened. No. But it is saying that within 2 seconds this happened. So here we will use the second formula. What the second formula? Our second formula was that beta what? EMF induced will be what? Delta phi upon delta t. So delta phi will be what? Nothing but phi final minus phi initial upon delta t is already given 2 seconds. Put here. And what we will get here? Value of phi is equal to nothing but b a cos theta. Here it is given that it is perpendicular. The coil having an area placed in a magnetic field, it is placed perpendicularly. Magnetic field placed perpendicularly in the magnetic field. Perpendicular here you can write here. Okay, it is placed perpendicular in the magnetic field. So now the area vector will be along the magnetic field. That's why the angle between area vector and magnetic field vector will be 0 degree. So now cos 0 is 1. So that by phi will be BA only. Okay. So B is already given for us in initial case. 1 Tesla. So phi initial will be what? Understand it here. 1 Tesla into area is 1. So 1 into 1 that will give you value 1. Phi final will be what? But phi final? BA again. Same thing. B is given what? Where 4 and A is given to be 1. So again it will be 4 into 1. 4. The final value is this. Initial value is this. What we will get here? 4 minus 1 upon 2. 3 by 2. That is what? 1.5 volt. What we will get better here? 1.5 volt. We'll have to keep this much in the mind. Okay, got it? Don't be confused with here the sign what I told you in answer here, that EMF is minus d phi by dt, right? Here that it is just what indicating sign only. It is just showing us the direction. What direction? That whatever direction will be the EMF, it will be just opposite. EMF induced will be what? Opposite. Sorry, what will be the direction of change in flux? EMF will be always opposite to it. It will opposite as we got from Lenz law. So minus sign is showing just the direction here. What direction? That it will be opposite to the change in flux. Why? Because it was the Lenz law only. That's why here minus sign is just for indicating, it is indicating direction as per Lenz law. That's why EMF is equal to minus d phi by dt is taken in the formula. Okay, sometimes in the numerical, see if value is given in negative, all the option is given in negative, then you will have to solve by considering this. Sometimes in the numerical options, if all the options given in positive, then you will have to consider this as a positive, right? There will not be any case when both the value will be either both positive and negative will be given. That you will not have to worry for it. Okay, have you got this one? Now come for next question. Magnetic flux through a circuit of resistance 20 ohm. is changed from 20 Weber to 40 Weber in 5 ms. Charge passed through circuit during this time is what it is asking. The charge passed through the circuit during this time period. But given magnetic flux is already given through a circuit of resistance 20 ohm is this. Okay, let's understand the formula. What is given? Charge passed through the circuit during this time. If you asking for us Q, right? So as you all know that if magnetic flux is changing, then current will be induced, and if current will be induced, it means charge will be there. Some charge will already pass, so it can't be zero because EMF is induced. So EMF and current both is going to induce here. Why? Because flux is changing. So whenever flux will change with any coil or any loop, we all know that EMF will be induced and hence current will be induced. So current is going to induce means current is going to flow. So charge flow will already be there. So charge flow can't be zero. That you will have to keep in mind because sometimes examiner give zero in options, right? So charge pass through circuit during this time. So let's calculate it first. We all know that what we know that I is equal to EMF induced upon R. That we all know. What is EMF induced? Again here understand it is given in 5 ms means within it is range. Here it is again we'll have to take the formula of what? EMF, which one? Average one case. Delta phi upon delta t again. So delta phi is here what? What delta phi is here beta? You can put it here. EMF is what? Delta phi upon delta t. R is already in here near in the denominator put R as it is. And here it is I. So I is equal to what we know? Q by T. Put Q by T here. Now I is equal to delta Q by delta T, basically not Q by T for a particular region. So delta T and T both sides will be cancelled out beta. I think we already know this, right? So here what will remaining with us? Delta Q is equal to what? Delta phi. This is phi and this is Q and this is phi. Don't worry. Don't be confused with it, okay? Upon R. I think it is going to be mass up here. No? Wait, I'm removing something here from here. Okay, wait. I guess you have already gone through all these things, so we'll not have to change it. So rewrite it again here, okay? Just understand it. But I've finally we got that delta Q are the charge passed basically is what? What here? What beta? Delta phi upon R. We have the value of del phi bilkul. But del phi is that final minus initial, the 40 minus 20. I guess you can see final is 40, initial is 20. So what we will get? 20 upon R is given 20 ohms. What will get in answer? We'll get answer 1. What we will get in answer? 1. This is very important question. It has been asked, I guess, somewhere either in AIPMT sometimes. I guess it has been asked in AIPMT sometimes. Remember, this is good. This is a good question. I guess you can also see a good conceptual question because see here there was no use of 5 ms as well. It was just given for us to what? To make student more confusing. That is the game of a examiner. So let's move on for next question beta. That is there. Radius of a circular loop placed in a perpendicular uniform magnetic field is increasing at a constant rate of this. But it is given with us. Here we have given increasing at a constant rate means dr by dt we have given what? R naught. But we have given this dr by dt. If at any instant the radius of the loop is r, but it is saying at a particular instant radius of loop is r, then EMF induced in the loop at that instant will be. Okay, it is asking for us the EMF induced. So we all know that what? It is particular instant. See, at that instant it is given question means here formula will be what? EMF induced will be minus of d phi by dt. We all know that phi is nothing but what? Ba cos theta. Here it is placed perpendicular to the uniform magnetic field means that loop is placed perpendicular to the uniform magnetic field. It means its area vector will be along the uniform magnetic field. So angle will be what? Theta will be 0 degree. So here cos 0 is 1. So phi is what? BA only. Hope you got this point. So now B uniform magnetic field is inclined constant. Yeah, B we have this B, right? And A is what? Nothing. It is just the field is increasing the constant rate of 100 meter per second square. Uniform magnetic field is increasing at a rate of constant. Yeah, this is great. Good question. Okay, great. See here, beta, understand one thing, very important thing, but you will have to understand from here, right? I guess this question is incomplete. Okay, this question now I will discuss in next class. Why I'm saying, because this question is incomplete here. Some data is missing here. Okay, so skip this question. I will discuss in the next class, I guess, this question. Okay. A conducting circular loop is placed in a uniform magnetic field. B is given with its plane perpendicular to the loop. Here already, plane perpendicular to the loop means theta is again going to be 0 degree. Radius of the loop is made to shrink at the constant rate of 1 mm per second. What it is saying, radius of loop is made, yeah, we have given dr by dt here as 1 mm per second. Okay, what it is given? It is given as 1 mm per second, beta. Okay, dr by dt is given as 1 mm per second. Okay, the induced EMF when radius is 2 cm. It is asking for us that induced EMF when radius is 2 cm. Means for a particular instant it is asking here. At that particular instant when radius is 2 centimeter, means what formula we'll have to use here? EMF is equal to minus of d phi by dt. Phi is nothing but what? B A again here, because theta is already 0 degree, so cos theta no need to write. Is what? BA. We all know that phi is what? BA here. So instead here we can put what? Minus of d BA upon dt. Hope you got this point. I think there is no issue with it, right? Now understand one important thing here, beta. dBA by dt. A is what here? Circular loop is given, so A will be what? Pi r square. So we can put here instead of A, pi r square. Go to next slide. I think there we can explain in more better. See, A is what we'll understand here. A is what, beta? Pi r square. Okay, A is what? Pi r square. So BA dt here, dBA by dt. Put B outside, beta. No, we will not put anything here because B, yeah, B is constant. It is given, right? B is constant, area is changing here. So B put outside. I think I've already explained this case in the initial when I was explaining this. Just in the beginning of lecture, that what? If B is constant, it will come outside. And A is here changing, area is changing, because area is changing. So of course, area is changing. The area will be inside. I think this is clear for you, right? Here we can put minus sign, which is already there. Treat it. If I'm escaping somewhere, just you treat it in your mind that minus is already there. So minus B dA. Now A is what? Pi r square. Pi r square upon dt. You got this point? So minus of B into pi is constant, put it outside, dr square by dt. Now this is the differentiation concept which you will have to learn, that what? dr square by dt is what? Remember it, dr square by dt is what? First we will do the differentiation of r square. What will it will come? It will come 2r. Now we will do the differentiation of dr by dt. So it will come already what? dr by dt. Hope you remember, this is class 10th class 10th basic mathematics. Yeah, concept differentiation, basic concept differentiation, beta. What? R square. First we will do the r square differentiation, then it is r already there, so we do the differentiation of dr by dt. It will remain same. So 2r into dr by dt will be the differentiation of dr square by dt. Hope this is clear for you, right? So here minus b into pi into, now 2r is outside and inside is what only? dr by dt. And in the question we have this value dr by dt. If you can see in the question properly, I guess. See here, at the constant rate of 1 mm per second. Clear? So we can put dr by dt as what? 1 mm per second. Go to the next slide. So here we have what, beta? Understand it. We have here, sorry, minus of b, put value of b. B is come out to be 25 upon 1000. How we converted? We converted 0.025 into 25.1000 for easy calculation. Keep pi as it is, don't need to change it. R is given 2 centimeter, is mean what? 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter, and 1 mm is the rate. Rate is given with us what? 1 mm. So we can convert 1 mm into 1 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter. Now just solve it, you will get your answer. Here 1000 and here minus 3 minus 2. It will come down, then it will be 10 to the power how much? How much, bachcho? 3, 3, 6 to 8, 10 to the power minus 8. So answer will be what? Minus 25 into 4. So minus of 100 into 10 to the power minus 4, 100 pi. Answer will be what? Minus of 100 pi into 10 to the power minus 8. Sorry, minus 8. So here what we can do, 10 to the power minus 8 and to already 100, what we can write 100? We can write 100 as 10 to the power 2. So plus 2 into minus 8, what will give? 10 to the power minus 6. It means it will be minus of pi into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay, unit, what we can say, unit is what? Is volt. So minus pi microvolt, we can say microvolt. Hope you got this point. No issue with this problem, right? If you have any doubt, beta, you can discuss with me in the comment box, or where beta, if you are the BTS and Elite user, you can discuss with us in the here in the WhatsApp support group. Okay. So this question, yeah, I will discuss this question tomorrow. Don't worry for this question. Why? Because this question is somewhere something missing data here. Okay. Don't worry for it. I will discuss this question by tomorrow. Right, beta? So let's over the class. I hope you have done well in this class, and I know like my writing is not very good for you, but if you will listen my words clearly, then better you can understand it very well. Okay, will improve my writing, very sure, right? But I am trying to make you understand the concept better. I hope I am able to do it. If I am lacking somewhere better, please tell me. Okay, I will sure try to help you. Just discuss with me the doubts, right? Because the problem is that I am having pen tap. I am trying my best to write with this, but I am not able to write comfortably, right? So that's why it is creating issue. But like with time, I will be habitual with this pen tab also, right? Hope you got it, guys. If still you have any issue, please do comment. And yeah, please understand the concept very well. See you in the next class. Till then, bye bye. Okay, all the best. Do study. All the best for your what? BPT 11, which is on Sunday. But I guess we will meet you by tomorrow. So then I will tell you the all best. No, not okay. So bye bye. Just kidding.